Welcome to the shop. Brian here with you. Often I like to veer off into sidelines that appeal to me, and this lot here just happens to be like that. It is a group of postcards from the 1960s and 70s, which are mostly cartoon maps, cartography, like so, and these are all from the 50 United States. I believe there is at least one card from most states, perhaps a few states not, but they're all over the place. California here, Colorado. There's a nice group actually relating to California. There are a handful of doubles. Well, there might be a dozen or something like that, maybe less overall in the whole lot. There are approximately 250 different ones. Actually, I think it is exactly 250. And this great one. If these were all larger, poster-sized maps, this would be a fantastic collection. As they are, as postcards, they are reduced or miniature versions of that sort of format, and there's a nice group too relating to Hawaii. They're really charming and pleasing, and somebody here has done quite a bit of work and labor to assemble all of these. I mean, the vast majority, probably 95% of them, have cartoon-style illustrations. I'm going to basically flip through them all so you can see every one. You'll notice that they're essentially all unused. Yes, there might be a few that are used, but virtually the vast majority are postally unused. They all contain maps of one sort or another. And like I say, the vast majority are pictorial, cartoonish, or like this right here, like this with some photographic images as well. Some are city plans, some are state maps. This is an interesting card right there. Okay, so settle in. If you're still with me, we're about 20%, 25% of the way done. There's a lot of the cards here. This is a very nice card. Yeah, and like so. So I'd say these are, a lot of these are probably from, I think, the 70s, although some I think are from the 60s, some might be from the 80s, but the vast majority of them have no date on them. There could even be some from the 60s or 50s in here, but I'm going to say they appear to my eyes to look like primarily 70s and maybe early 80s. So they're now, what, 30, 40 years old. Probably take you a while, I think. It costs you a lot more than we're going to ask to assemble 250 of them on your own, one at a time, or by going to postcard shows or wherever. That's a duplicate, obviously, right there. You just trade the duplicates away. These types of cards here that are issued by small independent businesses are almost certainly really scarce. My guess is that if you wanted to find, say, this specific card, well, it might be challenging. Same with this one. You know, I've not looked separately for these types of things. This is nice. There's a nice group of Hawaii overall. There's some in this format, and then there's some in the vertical format. But yeah, I've not gone looking, but my guess would be that if you picked out any specific card and wanted a second example of it, it might be challenging to find it. World's Greatest Highway. I wonder what the criteria for that was. This is a nice card, 1952. This has to be a scarce card here. This just has to be. I just have to believe that that's a scarce card. This is probably 1961. Well, there we go. So these could well be all from the 60s. Like I say, virtually none of them have dates, just a handful, just a couple, 2 or 3. And really, I'm just going by appearance. Yeah. So maybe I should revise my initial dating from the 60s through the 70s and possibly into the 80s. It's a duplicate there, I believe. It's a nice card, a lot of things going on. Ocean City, North Carolina, Florida. Dinner Bell Motel. Oh yeah, this card here, right. Yeah, this one opens up. There it is, look at that car. Oh, that's great. Okay, Yosemite, Newport Harbor. Oh, that's a nice little bird's eye view. Santa Catalina. Look at this one, look at this pottery shack right near Disneyland. St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, St. Croix. Wow, Wyoming. Endless Mountains. Oh, back to Puerto Rico, another, that's a fun little card. There's a good one, Puerto Rico. Okay. Different version of an earlier card we saw, I think. That's an interesting card. Greetings from Wyoming, Washington State, West Virginia, Washington, West Virginia. Sometimes cards that look alike at first glance can actually be different in the details. I've noticed that on a couple. So if you buy this lot and then you try to figure out the duplicates, make sure before you assume, you put them side by side and really look closely. Like that's a duplicate, right? That we just, yeah, there's two of those. Now, let's go to this format here, the vertical format. And here we go. Yeah, these are fun. Look at these. Yeah, these are miniature little maps, cartoon maps, miniature cartoon maps, postcard format. Okay, St. Vincent, that's Caribbean Island. Look at that, Indian Head there. Indian Head Country Vacation Land, Wisconsin, Northern Virginia, Vermont. Okay, Michigan, Long Beach, Wine Country, all right. Wouldn't mind going there. Greetings from California, California Missions, that'd be a fun little exploration trip. Oh, a nice card there of California. Central City, Colorado. That's a nice looking card there. California and Nevada, gold and silver. That's right. United States Mint. I made the Morgan silver dollars out there. Carson City. Those are all desirable today, obviously. Okay, New Jersey, Minnesota, land of 10,000 lakes. I think that was a Super Bowl commercial with a guy from Jamaica. New Jersey, New Mexico, New Hampshire. Here we are, look. Dover, there's where we are right there. Right next to the Maine border, about 15 minutes from the ocean. About an hour north of Boston. White Mountains right up in here, Wolfboro on the lakes, Lake Winnipesaukee, there we go. New Hampshire's a great state. Okay, that's funny. Minerals, that's I think the minerals of Michigan, like the state mineral or something. Oh, yeah, here's a couple more of those nice Hawaii cards. I think there's about 8 or 10 cards of Hawaii. Some nice cards on Florida as well. See, like there we go. Those, you know, if you didn't look closely, you might think they were the same, but no, they're totally different. California, okay, Arizona, Utah. You know, fun cards, boy. Yeah, it's a nice group. A lot of fun. This has got to be a scarce card. Any cards like this issued by specific motels. That's a very nice card in Minnesota here by the Hotel Lowry. That's really nice. Michigan, Mississippi. Coming to the end. If you're still with me, my goodness, you just looked at 250 cartographic cartoon-style postcards, and they are available now as a single lot online from me, Brian DeMambro.